Hello and welcome to Tell Me in Wrestling, the global podcast that uses ignorance and humour to fill the gaps between everyday life and professional wrestling. If you are new to the podcast, we are going to discuss a topic in conversation, and I'm going to be told how it works in the world of wrestling. I'm your chronically ignorant and chronically ill host, Phil, and I'm here with my tag team, Spoon Man. Please let me introduce Carl.
Hello.
And Dan.
A tissue.
Sorry about that. Phil heard that. Dan's wife just sneezed in the background.
But because there's nothing in the house. There's nothing in the house right now, so it echoes.
I'm looking forward to hearing that when I go back to edit. Because I missed that.
Oh dear.
Bless you.
She's always said she will never be on this podcast. Well, she is now.
There you go.
She is. She's made a brief appearance.
Very brief appearance. How are we, Carl?
I'm fine.
I'm
very. What time did we say we're going to record today? 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
It's now 8:20 in the evening.
At about 2 minutes past 11, we got a message in the group chat from Carl, which was just a GIF of someone like just waking up.
Yeah.
And me and Dan for the previous 2 hours have just been messaging each other going,
speculating.
He's not waking up, is he? We're not recording this morning.
No, sorry about that, lads. I went out last night for the first time in a while, and safe to say I was in no fit shape to perform this morning. So yeah, sorry about that. How are you both?
Felt every day of your 30 plus years.
Oh yeah, I did indeed. Still feeling it now, and I've just eaten shit all day as well, which doesn't help really, even though you think it is at the time.
It's there to soak it up, but no, it's just filling you up with fats.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Very good.
So let's crack on. And
let's get cracking.
ASAP.
Yeah. I'm all right. Yeah. The original plan today was for us to record one episode in the morning and then one episode in the evening. In between, I was going to play football. So I did play football today, but I've pulled my groin. The irony behind it all, as well, as I was talking to somebody else saying, "Oh, there's a 10K," because his wife's running the London Marathon, or ran the London Marathon, and I said, "Oh, I might do the Sheffield 10K in September. See how I feel after the football season ends, because I could see my fitness getting better and better." And then I just texted him saying, "I pulled my groin, so I'm done being. It's going to be a fat boy for the next 6 months again." So yeah,
well, getting old, lads.
Oh no, it's horrible.
Old.
Like
stuff just goes.
I feel like that,
without any warning.
Darren Anderton, like for this football team, sick note. I just
well, that's a reference, isn't it?
Exactly.
A 90s footballer who wasn't, that good.
It's a deep pull.
He's very, very deep. Yeah. Because I'll get like 3 games out of me, and then I'll do something, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, lads, I can't play for the next." And they've catered the style of play around just tag it up to Dan. But now it's just like, right, well, sorry. But yeah, I just feel annoyed at myself that I've injured myself. But...
Was this when you were in, is this when you were in goal?
No, I'm a striker, centre forward.
You're a striker, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were a goalie.
I was a goalkeeper for like much fitter teams. So because I play in this man v fat team, because I'm 6'4",
you're one of the
my height is kind of
ones.
like. Yeah, so and also I spent many years in Thailand playing Gaelic football as a full forward.
You didn't live in Thailand.
I didn't live in Thailand, did I? No. That's taken 2 minutes to drop into the pod. So I wanted to kind of carry on playing, and I thought if I'm going to carry on playing, I want to play as a centre forward now. I've played too many years as a goalkeeper, but I think I might stay in goal.
Your groin can't handle it.
My groin can't handle it, yeah. So if I kind of flinch,
goalkeeper can be quite nice if your team's playing well. You don't have a lot to do. You can just chill out for a bit.
Exactly, just stand there. Yeah, defeats the object. But yeah, I suppose. Anyways.
Unless it's cold, in which case you kind of want to be running around,
exactly,
not just standing there, smacking loads of layers on.
No. How you doing, Phil?
Yeah, I'm all right. I had a bad, I don't know what it was, neck, head earlier on. It wasn't much fun trying to stop that from happening, but I got it under control after 2 or 3 hours or so. So
we can pick up more on your suffering. I couldn't think of a nicer word to say about that in the next episode of the podcast.
So what were the other words that you decided not to go with, and then eventually pumped for?
Pain?
Suffering. I mean, all accurate. All accurate.
Yeah. So, but that'll be a fun episode for Phil.
Yeah.
Cathartic.
The next episode we're gonna be looking at. It's going to be a deep dive into me being sick because it is Emmy Awareness Day, month, week. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
On the 12th of May, which is when you will be listening. You won't be listening to this one. Sorry, you'll be listening to this one a week out.
To that one.
Get yourself all excited. Go and do a little bit of research. Follow a few accounts. Have a look online. Just type in Emmy and then.
We're just basically alienating one wrestling fan after another, aren't we? With this
yeah. That's my overall goal.
Yeah,
to just create a massive
dwindle the
division.
fan numbers down.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
So we have a poem. Yeah.
Do you remember what the subject you gave me was?
Self-flagellation, wasn't it? Just
subject was
I'd
yourself.
about that.
Last week I went on a massive triad about being the world's #1 wrestling poet. So I've written a poem about that.
And since then,
yeah, apparently there's a fucking wrestler whose gimmick is the poet laureate of professional wrestling.
I know, what a novice.
Fuming.
So
he's in America though, so maybe I can just, instead of the world's, maybe I can just go with.
Well, that's the thing. The poet laureate is for the UK, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly. So fuck him. I don't even know his name. No one does.
Over there, it'll be like the Poetry King.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, you ready? So it's all about me being #1. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be so difficult for you to do this, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Phil.
Yeah.
A little reference that you need to know for this poem is that there's a diva from back in the day called Tammy Sitch, Sunny. She was very, very promiscuous. Yeah, so that's all you need to know.
Oh God, here we go. So little crumbs over now.
And by
I take it, Dan, you can maybe already see where the poem's going to be going.
No, you probably can't.
From that.
I don't know. There's a lot of ways where they're.
Okay.
I mean, the opening line is an absolute. I come out right. Anyway,
does it set the tone? Okay.
Yeah, it does pretty much. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck laddie Poffo, that dead hack. I'll knock anyone that comes for me right on their back. Any day of the week, any subject matter, I'll drop some top quality pro wrestling patter. I'll make that shit rhyme. I'll make it funny. I'll slam more bodies than late 90s Sunny. I now declare myself, with nobody's blessing, the #1 poet in all of wrestling.
Well done.
There we go. Not bad, right?
Not bad, yeah.
I was expecting maybe a slightly longer one to really be a.
It's Carl in it, so it's
short and sweet.
The shit that I wrote didn't last. Well, I wrote it didn't last that long, so I only got that far.
It was a pretty clean one, was it? Just went straight through.
It was like a no wiper.
That probably wasn't the case this morning, I'm guessing.
No, it was not. Yeah,
you're gonna try and take Jackson Pollock's title away from him as well.
Yeah.
Hold on, right? I'm back in to steer this back away. This is what happens when I'm not on the pod. I'm on the pod, so no.
I don't even need a subject for next week, do I? Because we've already agreed what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I think about Emmy.
I've written a poem for next week as well. So
so have I.
I'm challenging.
We've all got a little poem about me being sick next week.
I can't wait to read my poem.
And it seems
just
like
me having a go at you. It's just having a go.
It seems like my poem is the shortest as well. Dan was like, mine is 5 stanzas long.
6 stanzas.
Jesus. What else we got?
Should we do a bit of Show Me the Money?
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar.
The world of wrestling is obsessed with money, from ironclad contracts to billion-dollar princesses. With Money in the Bank ladder matches and casino battle royals, as the $1 Million Man says, everyone's got a price. So this week, I want you to tell me how much is a signed Kevin Owens Funko Pop going for on eBay. for a little bit of context, this is a tweet that went viral a few days ago on Twitter, because that's the only place a tweet can go viral. It was some wrestling fan had posted a combination of a video and then a screen grab of the eBay listing.
He's in the airport, wasn't he?
He's in the airport, yeah, and he's described them as vultures. And basically, it's just a guy who's got like a load of empty Funko Pop boxes and just got Kevin Owens to sign them. And then right next to it, he's posted a screen grab of his video that he's taken and saying, Kevin Owens signed autograph WWE Funko Pop Funko 27 with exact video proof. And yeah, the guys described them as vultures. And then there's a long thread about different wrestlers signing things, not signing things. There's a viral one from Rey Mysterio where he refused to sign stuff. Yeah, because again, he's like, well, you're just going to sell them. And they're like, no, I'm your biggest fan. Like, don't bullshit.
3 matches.
Yeah.
Oh, is that quite like a common problem then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so there's
CM Punk used to talk about it all the time, didn't he?
All the time. Yeah. On his in his famous pipe bomb promo, he as the crowd are getting on his side, he's like, well, I'm still playing the heel technically. So he has a go at the crowd, going, well, you're disturbing me if I've come off a 5 a.m. flight with your pen and poster to shove it in my face to sign, so you can then go and sell it on eBay. So, anyways, this tweet went viral. How much do you think this vulture, as they've been described, is selling?
I saw all this and I can't remember how much it was.
Well, Funko Pops themselves are, not an inexpensive little.
I have no idea.
They're not that expensive, really. I think they're only they're anywhere between like 10 and £15. Yeah. I mean, I thought
they were way more expensive.
There's some that are more expensive that are, I think, like limited.
This is on eBay.
This is on eBay, yes.
So is this like the starting bid, or how much it?
You buy it now price.
Oh, okay.
Buy it now for a signed Kevin Owens.
For some reason, I'm thinking. Do you want me to guess?
I'll
let you guess first, Phil, because I think I can remember, but I can't. I don't know if I'm right.
So, bearing in mind that I am terrible at this game.
We both are.
So he's gonna.
It's a pointless game. We're both shit at it.
Yeah. Okay. So I think something that's signed is going to be obviously worth significantly more. I don't know how popular like Kevin Owens is in terms of like his merch and stuff like that. I'm going to say $200.
See, it's my guess because I vaguely remember seeing. I saw all the tweets, but I just didn't receive information.
I've made sure that I'm not going to.
$199.
Really? So I wasn't far off, but could still.
But I could be wrong. I could have just remembered it completely wrong.
So the price is $155.99.
That's a really weird price.
Yeah, exactly. Plus $30 postage.
Jesus.
That's the vulture. That's the vulture side of it. Exactly. It's not $30.
You better be fucking. Kevin Owens better be fucking delivering it himself. For that
exactly.
Much.
But this is the thing. It's like who paid for that? Because it's just there's one I saw. I can't remember who it was now. John Cena, I think it may have been, and he just was doing that. He just went scribble, 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 and it's like, nah, that's not signed. I've got a signed football from I forgot the guy's name now. He's a player who used to. I know it was because it was during lockdown. It was during lockdown. He plays for Wrexham now.
Okay.
Paul Mullen?
No. He played at Wycombe Wanderers at the time.
Oh God!
And it was during the lockdown games when I was working at QPR, and Wycombe were playing out of AFC Wimbledon. Sorry, they were playing out of QPR Stadium.
Okay, what is the point of the story?
No, we got the right team.
Okay, we're just showing off about our football. All right, you don't have to show it. What?
Yeah,
Are we seeing who it says? Mitre. Oh, okay. I didn't know you'd met Mr. Mitre.
So what? Sorry, what?
Well, that hasn't cleaned it up at all.
I don't understand what he's trying to get across.
You've just shown us a squiggle on a ball and
This
moved the ball around really quickly so we couldn't see it.
Oh, what is your? What was the point in that story?
I'm going to come over to your house and wipe that off next time.
Because it's an actual signature from an actual player from who's actually put the time in. Whereas that is just a scribble. Like, there's a bit of,
but that's
and I
probably
was there for that.
Yeah, but you can't remember who he is or who he plays
I know.
for.
Because I don't remember.
but the point of the squiggle is probably so that they can't then go and sell it on eBay. No, isn't that?
Yeah.
That's. I'm so confused. Isn't
No.
that why he's doing it?
Oh, why he's done that? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably to sort of like devalue it. Yeah. So.
Okay.
So it was 150. What was it? 150
$155 US dollars.
No.
and 99 cents,
How much is the ball worth?
99
Dan?
cents.
and then $30 for shipping.
Is
$30
is Dan's
for shipping.
stupid football worth more or less than that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it'll be worth that much, to be
I'd say
honest.
a lot less.
A fair wedge less.
He's trying to find the player.
I'm trying to
now,
find the
too,
player
right?
who
I
it
can
was who
tell.
scored the goal.
Because he's just not in this conversation.
Ollie Palmer.
Ollie Palmer. Oh, yeah.
Ollie-
Hey, it might be worth a bit. He was quite. He was heavily featured in the documentary, wasn't he?
He was, yeah, because he moved over from AFC Wimbledon. Because it was basically because he scored the only goal in a 1-0 win at their game there, and basically,
Fucking tell me in Wrexham, this, isn't it?
I know I nabbed the ball and I was like, fancy signing you, match ball, and then he looked at me as though I was going to give it to him, and I was like, well, I'm keeping it. Because there was literally no one in the stadium. Anyways, yeah, fun story, cool story,
Yeah.
story time
Yeah.
with Dan.
Fucking hell.
Go on then, hit us with a bit of John Wiki. Move this slug.
I'll be honest, I don't think I
Alright.
can play John Wiki because I feel dumber after that conversation.
Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, John Wiki. I start off on John Cena's Wikipedia page, and then I fall down the proverbial wrestling rabbit hole, and I have gone onto someone or something or something else's page to do with wrestling, and I'm going to test these two giant nerds to see who knows the most about sports entertainment. Current
go.
scores, because we haven't played this for a little while. Carl has 9, Dan has 7, and I am on -2.
You're on -2 now.
I'm on
That was
-2.
-1.
So, yeah, why did I get another one?
I can't remember. You deserve.
It was when I accidentally showed Dan what the answer was
you showed him the answer
before we started playing. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
When you ready with an answer, just keep it until we're both ready, so you don't
Okay.
Yeah.
give away. And I'll get my little media board of answers
Boring.
up. Except
I
this
forget.
time, I will actually
Play the right one.
press the right
That's the
one.
right one. I think was that one why you got one last time, or you should have got one for that.
Fucking shambles this podcast,
yeah.
isn't it?
All right, okay. Clue number 1. I'm a wrestler and bodybuilder.
Okay. Yeah, I've got one.
Dan is ready. I'm assuming that might be quite a few people who wrestle and build their body.
Yeah, or people who've gone into it
Yeah.
after. Go on, Dan. I'll let you go first.
Only because it's just sort of recent. Jordan Grace. I don't know how you pronounce the surname.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Incorrect,
I was going to say Chris Masters.
Oh, yeah.
Both wrong. One of the few times that we actually get past... Well, normally if we get past the first one, then it's just going to be a shit
It's
show
just
for the rest
shit,
of it. Until we get down to the rhyming one, and even then, sometimes you'd be like, I wouldn't have got it from that. So let's see how this one goes. Okay, clue number 2. I have claimed John Cena to be a big influence.
A big influence.
Big influence.
So that's someone who's come after the fact then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a...
So someone who's
'Cause I feel
presumably
like,
relatively recent?
Yeah, do you know what's interesting? Is that nowadays, like, people aren't like jacked anymore as much as they used to be. But I've got a guess. I don't know if they're a bodybuilder, but I'm going to guess.
Have you both got
I'm
both got
gonna
one?
I'm going to guess my funny one because he's not right.
Okay, all right.
You're funny one. Go on then.
Yeah, R-Truth.
Wardlow.
That's not a bad idea. No?
Neither of them. Okay, my professional debut was in 2016.
Oh, right. So not that recent.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It still feels like it's just
It
like
feels
last
yesterday,
year.
doesn't it?
It's not.
Hmm.
That's 7 years. 7 years ago?
16.
Okay.
Trying to think of some beefy boys.
Big meaty men slapping meat. 16. Am I going far back? Okay, I've got one. I've got one.
I think we've both probably got the same answer now because of the reference we just both did.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No?
I was going to say Braun Strowman.
Oh, that's a good one. I was going to say Big E.
Big E. No, I think he started a lot sooner than 16.
Yeah, I think he did as well.
Both wrong. So, we're on to clue 4 now. There are 8 clues in total.
Very good.
I'm hoping this one is going to be a bit of a giveaway.
Okay.
Because it seemed really odd. It stuck out.
Like, my name is Bah.
I have taken Cleopatra's egg from VKM.
Oh, you motherfucker. Sorry, to beat that out.
I've never really elicited a response like that from Dan before.
Because I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Oh,
yeah.
God. Because it was such a bullshit thing. Oh, hang on a minute.
This is relatively recent, isn't it?
Yeah. Hang on a minute. Is it? Oh, God, I can't remember his name now. Okay, I've got one.
They have definitely been mentioned. We have mentioned them on the podcast before. That's how I know. Yes,
Okay.
That's how I know who this person
I'm
was.
thinking it's someone who was.
Who took the egg? Basically, it's who took the egg. But I think I know who took the egg.
Yeah.
But again, I might be wrong. And I'm pretty sure I'm wrong with this one. But
Are we definitely going for it being a guy, by the way? Are you both staying down that?
Well, we'll soon find out. Because now you're making me doubt. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to stick with, because whenever I change my mind, then I might think it. But I'll stick with. Did he take the egg though? All right, I've got mine.
This is going to be too recent for me, I think. Weirdly.
Okay.
I've got one, but
yeah, it's not bodybuilder, I guess.
I don't think he's a bodybuilder either.
If you write it down as well in case the other one gets it, and then I have to press correct. Coolio. Okay, whoever wants to
go on.
Shall I go?
Yeah.
Austin Theory.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Correct.
Just as
Austin.
see it written down. Yeah. Not really a bodybuilder, is it? I would never have
put him down.
Apparently, he'd won a bodybuilding championship when he was in his teens.
Yeah, right.
Because he was always like on the indies, wasn't he? He was on Evolve, wasn't he?
Relatively. Not
he didn't
skinny, but
he didn't look.
Massive.
He didn't look like stout. He looked quite short, so I don't know whether that.
Yeah, maybe
made a bit of a difference.
And when you get to WWE as well, like people, they tend to be massive, don't they? Just the smallest person.
He was always his gimmick was being sort of
the underdog,
a little guy,
lean, but still thingy. But
good one.
It was a Cleopatra's egg. Yeah.
Would he make a better centre forward than you? Do you reckon?
Oh yeah, he's a lot fitter than I am.
His groin can.
So literally, you just have to be able to move, and you'll do a better job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start nicknaming you Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll. I suppose that's probably a better description.
Last one.
Yeah, more recent reference. At least he was a centre forward as well.
Too much football in this episode for me, lads. I'm just going to put it out there so far.
Do you want to hazard a guess? Is there anything else that I might have said about Austin Theory?
Vince McMahon's son or whatever. What was that storyline? Not his son, but.
Oh yeah, he was Vince's protege, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was like a whole thing around that.
Yeah,
and he won.
I didn't put that down.
Money in the Bank didn't.
He won Money in the Bank and cashed it in.
He won Money in the Bank, but he cashed it in and then it was on. It wasn't on the world title, was it?
Yeah.
He lost.
Yeah. He also won the
John Cena.
Yes, I beat my idol John Cena at WrestleMania 39.
Yeah,
it's going to be clue number 7. He's won the WWE US Championships twice.
Yeah,
and I thought this was impressive. He lasted 22 minutes in his first Royal Rumble from position 3.
Yeah, they were like pushing him quite heavily.
Yeah,
he was Vince's like. Flavour of the month, wasn't it?
And I rhyme with Boston Query.
That's a good one. We'd have got that.
Yeah, was that one a bit better?
Yeah, that's much better.
So Carl is now in double digits.
Oh dear,
mama!
He's on 10.
But I'm going on holiday soon, so I think I'm going to have to miss an episode.
Opportunity for Dan.
I think I need to do double points on the episode that you're not.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dan. You tell me what you want it to be, and I'll write that down. And we'll do it that way.
Yeah, we'll do 2 episodes.
We'll because we've talked about your like acting stuff in the past. Maybe we'll like act out the scene of pretending to play the game. Whilst Carl is
Glorious.
getting his ass kicked at shuffleboard by someone with a
Grannies,
Zimmer frame.
That'd be fine by me. That sounds like a dream.
Well, it looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
So our main event this week, we are looking at the incredibly exciting topic of cutlery.
Yes.
How
This
How
is what
we-
we're well, the well of
Yeah.
topics is
Yeah,
definitely drying up, isn't it?
we're basically
that
the
is
podcast
literally
the
somebody's been
podcast
sat
that
in
your
the
dad
kitchen.
listens to.
Yeah,
Somebody's sat in the kitchen and gone, lads, should we do an episode on cutlery?
pretty much.
If your ears have just pricked up at the word cutlery, maybe you weren't really paying attention before, and now you're like, "This is the shit that we've come for."
This is.
This is
Just
it.
strap in, all right.
This would be good, I think.
So the definition
How
of
do we
cutlery:
explain cutlery in wrestling? Go
Yeah.
on. What is cutlery, Phil? Because I don't
Any-
know.
any hand implement used in preparing, serving, or eating food in Western culture.
In
Western
Western
culture.
Western culture.
Oh.
Yeah. It's traditionally made from silver because it's very unreactive. And then once it started to be made with steel in cities like the wonderful Yorkshire city of Sheffield,
Sheffield,
Yorkshire,
my
Yorkshire.
hometown. Ish.
it became world famous and available to pretty much everyone. Because before that, it was just available to the rich
The
twats.
elite.
Yeah.
The
Interesting.
plebeians ate with the fingers. We got that as a cutlery, the type of cutlery, fingers.
No, but mine
Does
will come to
Oh,
my-
if you're
Oh.
going to come we're
tells
comparing
wrestling-
fingers
Ma-
to someone.
no,
Jeez,
my,
I don't know where
no,
that's
no,
going
no,
to go.
no. But the theory behind what I've related it to in wrestling is related to that.
Ah.
So we'll come on to that little tease for
Okay.
a few minutes time.
Before we get into that, do you want to play a little game
Always.
Yeah.
made?
Always.
Okay. So this is called Go Fork Yourself.
Great.
Okay.
Do we need pens and papers out, or is this a...
Is this a quick fire
nah,
round?
nah.
No.
Quick
Okay.
No. So it's time to eat, and our little lad Tony Khan is being a bit fussy.
He's a very.
He
fussy
keeps trying to
isn't he?
climb out of his high chair, refuses to wear a bib, and keeps trying to breastfeed any woman who walks past.
We're ruining any opportunity of us getting media
God.
passes as a podcast for...
We are.
Oh,
All in.
it's only going to get worse. It gets worse.
Do it.
One way to get him to calm down is to feed him with an unusual piece of cutlery, or to put baking soda on his snuff spoon. Can you please help identify the cutlery so Chris Jericho can stop making aeroplane noises to help Tony eat his din-dins?
Oh my word! I love it. We're gonna get banned from that Wednesday show.
We're gonna tip up and scan through, and we're like, I know you pricks. I know you pricks.
Okay,
So it's gonna be an X but made out of a knife and fork.
I remember.
Go on.
the loser has to burp TK after recording. The winner gets to fork me.
Great.
So I'm going to read out a very quick description of a weird bit of cutlery that I found, and I want you to see if you can name what it is.
Name it. Okay.
Some of them I had never heard of, and some of them are quite common.
All right.
Certainly in our country. All right. Number 1, I am used to dissolve sugar into French alcohol.
Fucking hell.
I mean, I'm already stumped.
This just got very
It's like
highbrow all of a sudden, isn't it?
The French, yeah, it's the French booze in particular is usually like green and horrifically strong.
Yeah. I'm looking over at I've got a bar cart in here. I'm looking over at my cocktail making.
Can you,
things.
Carl? Can you remember there was a bar in York called Evil Eye,
I
and
do,
they
I
would
walked
do
by
a
this week.
they would do a hell shot.
Yes.
So it's that particular substance.
I don't know what any of that stuff is called.
Bitters.
No,
I
shall I tell you? Right.
Yeah.
rather than- yeah. You can get an absinthe spoon, which
Absolutely.
I think was to like sweeten it up. I guess
Oh.
back when it was probably
But it
like
was- yeah.
all the rage.
So what? The spoon itself, or you put
Yeah,
absinthe in
I
the spoon? Or...
dissolved.
No, you put like sugar on the spoon, I think, and then you like drop it in the absinthe, and then it dissolves.
Sorry.
I don't know why you need a
Absinthe,
particular
or is it
Are you saying
absinthe?
absinthe or absinthe?
absinthe. I thought it was santh.
I always
No,
thought
it's
it was
absinthe.
synth.
Yeah.
It could be either. I need to
Is this something new?
It could be either, right?
It could be either.
Yeah, tomato, right?
Yeah.
All right, okay, next. That's interesting. We're learning.
All right. Yeah. Okay, number 2. Made from wood, I am used to help British people eat their popular seaside food.
Oh, wooden
fork.
Yeah, a little chip fork.
Yeah.
Chip fork.
That you get in the chippy.
Could
Number
get a plastic
3,
one.
named after the matriarch of the family. So who's the matriarch of the family? I am a multifunctioning fork.
Mummy fork. Mother fork.
Not
Motherfucker.
the next
Grandmother's
generation
fork.
back.
Nana's fork.
There's
Nana-
something
Nana
called
knife?
there's something called a granny fork,
Oh,
Granny
really?
fork.
which is like if you're carving
It's
meat
like,
and you've got like a 2-pronged fork that you
is
stick
that
in it.
called?
That's what that is. I think.
Granny fork. But
This
that's
is, by the way, that's reminded me of, It's Always Sunny where they've got the toe knife.
Oh fuck! I should have
one in
included
there.
that. Oh, that would have been much better. Oh yeah.
Go on.
We'll edit that. I'll try and edit that in at some point, as if I've said it. Okay, number 4, a cross between a knife and a fork.
Spork. Oh no, wait, that's spoon and fork.
Nork.
A nork, yeah.
A nork.
A
I've never
nork.
heard of that.
A knife and a fork.
A knife and fork is called
I
a
guess
nork.
it's like a fork with and one
Isn't
with
that
like a
serrated
serrated
blades
edge.
on the side. Yeah.
Didn't Roald Dahl's dad
What?
invent something like that? Because that's in Danny Champion of the World, isn't it? Because that's what Danny Champion of the World is, his autobiography, like ish. But his father has a nork in
No
that.
idea.
Yeah, I remember
Maybe.
that.
Well, write in, listeners. Tell me in
Yeah.
wrestling at gmail.com.
Tell me I'm right. I mean, where's the lie?
I feel like that would be like a camping type of
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
you
Because when you go away, you need stuff that's basically
All in
something.
one.
Yeah, a Swiss Army knife, but
Yeah.
for stuff to eat with.
eating, yeah, and you get them with the little prongs in the middle, don't you? And you sort of sit them on top of each other inside so you got your spork.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
they said they
Oh
clipped
yeah,
together.
yeah. See what you mean.
They're all clipped together.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's brought back some horrible
Yeah,
memories of having to do
Duke
Duke
of
of
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Right. So number 5, a double-sided blade used to slash the top of bread. I am also a synonym for being unable to walk or being uncool. Might have been a word that has been branded at me from time to time. Go on.
Yeah,
I mean, are we
I
get
don't
this is
know,
getting us
offensive.
cancelled.
Right. It's okay.
Is it
Should
the
you want
S
me to
word?
tell you that? No.
Yeah, just tell us.
It's called I presume this is how you pronounce it. A lame.
Oh, right, yeah. That's what you
So,
sort
like,
of call a
if-
horse when it can't, go anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what I said. Synonym for being unable to walk.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you said that because I would have said something.
I
thought
thought
I thought that
it'd been a fireable offence from the podcast on my personal job.
I thought it was quite funny when I found that one out.
That is
I think that was the first one that that came up when I googled like weird cutlery. My internet search history for this podcast is
It
just
must be
bizarre.
interesting. Yeah.
A cross between number 6, a cross between a knife, fork, and spoon.
Knife, fork, and spoon.
Yeah,
What was knife and fork? A knock.
a knife and a fork was a nork. It's got
a
nothing. It's got
snork?
nothing to do with that at
A
all. It doesn't
snork?
sound anything similar.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
I think we mentioned it when we were discussing like what we were going to discuss later on. It's a splade.
Oh, I quite like
And
that.
right, and
Splade.
my mum and dad got bought like a set of splades. I think when they got married or something like that, and I think they're still in the family somewhere.
Really?
I think we still have them. So that was a
I've
really
ever
common
seen
like
one.
thing for me growing up. So when it came up, it was like, oh, this is a
Oh.
weird piece. I was like, is this?
Yeah, I do know what they look like. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look.
I can't really remember the knife bit being particularly involved. There
It
wasn't much
basically
of a
looks
stage.
like a spoon with bits cut out for the fork and then serrated edge.
Oh yeah. They
Well, we're
look
learning.
peak 80s, 90s.
They do, don't they? Yeah.
Even the photo that I've got looks like it was
Taken
just
one.
it's taken in the 80s.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, last one. I'm sometimes referred to as a prize for last place.
A wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon.
Sorry,
A
I jumped in
wooden
there.
spoon is correct.
Nice.
And no one gets a wooden spoon for that one. because it was
Do I get
basically
an
just
extra
an
point in
excuse
the
to take
John
the piss
Wiki
out of
game
Teddy
for
Kong.
getting that?
No.
No, we've already discussed how we're
Stop
going to
trying
manipulate the
fucking
results
cheat
next
at
time.
John Wiki, for God's sake. All right, very good. Have you got any more on Cutlery?
Any more fun facts?
Yeah, we'll save them for later. If we
All
want.
right. So,
Okay.
do you want to get into the wrestling side of it then?
Yeah.
How do we describe wrestling in Cutlery or Cutlery in wrestling?
So, I'm intrigued to find out how you've done yours, Dan. But do you want
I've
Go on.
kind of done it in the sense of your cutlery tray is your wrestling promotion, and each piece of cutlery is each championship.
Oh, interesting. So, how I've done it is obviously, as someone, one of you two, so I wasn't listening fully, but someone said earlier about eating with our hands back in the day. So that for me is like the basic wrestling match.
Eating with your hands.
once
So you
but
describe each match.
No, once you
Oh.
add cutlery in, what if a basic meal is a basic match, then what is cutlery once it gets added into the mix?
Oh, is it going to be foreign objects?
It is foreign objects.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot how much I love foreign objects. We haven't discussed them for so long.
Yeah. So
yeah. So okay.
So I've done each one as a foreign object. And
I don't care how Dan does it now. Sorry, mate.
and
Shall I do my boring one first, and then let Carl do?
And
then let's do it that way around.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So my boring one is fork. It does the heavy lifting. It's your TV championship. The knife. You can't eat without it. You can't run a federation without it. It's your world title.
Oh, I'd have gone the other way around there.
The steak knife.
What, as in, like, you would have knife in your left hand, fork in your right hand? And...
Well, I thought I was going to go the other way, but then I realised, like, you can't eat a proper meal without a knife. A knife does the...
I would say the opposite.
With a fork.
Yeah.
It's probably
meal,
more...
Yeah,
like soup. They're going to both be
Well,
useless.
I'm going to get to this in a sec. So
sorry, I'm
you're jumping ahead.
Immediately, no, I just had this image of Dan trying to eat soup with a knife.
With a knife or a fork.
I've done it before.
You need to
steak knife. It's for cutting big boys' meat. So that's your specialist super heavyweight title.
Okay.
A teaspoon. That's for stirring your tea. Who drinks tea? It's your UK championship.
Oh, very good.
Oh,
very
yeah.
good.
It's your tablespoon. It's used for all sorts. Desserts, soups, rice in Thailand. It goes all over the world. It's your intercontinental championship.
Very good.
Your chopsticks. This is you trying to show off and by bringing in a Japanese import. So this is your never open weight IWGP import title match. And then your spork. You've got too many top titles, so you decide to unify them as an undisputed. Only for a little while, then you decide to split them up 6 months later.
Nice. See, I would have said Spork is a hardcore title.
I was going to go with hardcore title, but then I thought you're unifying the two top titles.
That was very good.
Thank you. I was flipping between having fork as my main world championship or the knife.
Put it this way, right? If I'm making one of my missus is away, and I'm making one of my student dinners, I'm always going to be using a fork.
You always.
I might need a knife, but I'm always going to have a fork.
So that's what I thought, and then I thought, well, your fork does all the heavy lifting, and what does your heavy lifting? You don't stick your world title on all the time.
It's your workhorse, isn't it?
It's your workhorse, and I was going to go with the Intercontinental, but then I wanted to keep the Intercontinental for the tablespoon because it's going all over the world. So I thought that's why getting caught in a loop of.
When you say student meal, do you mean pot noodle?
No, pot noodle and quiche is
quiche. I reckon student meal for me would be like chicken Kiev and chips.
Oh yeah, that was. I remember that chicken Kiev makes an appearance, but that was definitely.
It does sometimes feel like you will make an entire meal based on just being like, I can't really be asked to use a knife and cut this up properly. I just want something a bit soft.
Do you want to know what I considered the most student-y thing I ever did when I was a student?
Yeah, go on.
I made a pot noodle and I ate it by dipping a Ginster's sausage roll into it.
That's pretty Pete.
That's a.
Can we put Guinness's sausage roll on the list of cutlery, please? could probably work as a.
We've discussed this, haven't we? What unusual things to use as a. Didn't you use a credit card to eat your pasta once recently?
Done in the past, yeah. I've done in the past. Right. Okay. Do you want foreign objects?
Yes. So you've got your hands are your main. That's your match.
That's like basic one-on-one
That's
match.
your basic
and then
match.
Obviously bringing these in foreign objects. And I'll be honest, I've not done as much thinking as Dan has done on his.
Just before you go on, I think there's like a start that more people like use their hands to eat their food than say us using cutlery
in the world.
Like,
you mean?
in the world, yeah.
Have you seen that Man v Beard v Food on YouTube? The guy is basically like Man v Food. He just eats it with his hands. But a lot of people.
It would be a pretty shit version, just watching him slowly cut stuff up.
Cut through cutlery up.
Right. He needs a little spade, doesn't he, to
carry
around with him, maybe. All right, the fork. Tried and tested, most used, most versatile. It's a steel chair. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Knife. This is where it starts to go downhill almost immediately.
Is it an actual knife?
No, knife, thumbtacks, stabby, ouch, stabby. That's what I wrote
down. From someone who's trying to claim that they are the
poet laureate
one
in wrestling.
Yeah.
The one poet laureate.
Ouch.
Stabby. Yeah.
Sorry, the stabby at the end was the really important bit there. Damn it, you missed out. It really brings nuance.
Well, there's multiple thumbtacks, isn't there, when you're using them? Steak knife is a ladder, comes out for special occasions, and when it does, you know you're in for a banger, i.e. a steak or a ladder match. Tablespoon, it's a table because of the name. You don't need it all the time, but when a fork or chair won't get the job done, you pull this out. Teaspoon is brass knuckles. Small, small. It's small and easy to tuck away in your pants, but it does the job it needs to do.
Are you carrying your teaspoons with you?
I carry. We're English, aren't we? That's what we do. Everyone, if anybody wants a cup of tea,
it's some of the brass knuckles. They always put them in the shorts, don't they? Chopsticks. Mildly racist. It's a kendo stick. Mildly racist, and only certain people know or are allowed how to use them. And a spork. Go on.
What was the chopstick one? Sorry,
a kendo stick.
Kendo stick. We've mentioned these before.
Yeah, also known as a Singapore cane, which is a really racist thing to call it. Based on the Singapore Canans back in the day. Big ECW called it that. But yeah, kendo stick. Spork is green mist. So it looks hilarious, but it's highly effective. The green mist, Phil, is when
very good.
Is when they like spit like mist.
Oh yeah, no, I remember covering that as well.
So
the Great Muta
looks hilarious.
He has different coloured mist, doesn't he? That does different things. Different coloured ones.
Is it mist or is it spit?
It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
I think it's like a capsule that they crack in their teeth and then spit it in there.
Yeah.
Can you
imagine going up against him when he's got like a bit of a chesty cough? And...
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Could have done that during COVID, could he?
No.
Imagine also being the person, because it looks cool, like obviously we see it from like a side-on angle. Yeah. Imagine directly in front of you, you just see like like a spat at it.
Have you not
the
seen
weirdest thing?
Pob.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
there you go.
Cutlery and wrestling.
Cutlery and wrestling.
From two angles. I mean, you could say that was a low effort podcast, but fuck you. I'm hungover.
Is hungover.
Fork prongs are known as, I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, teens. Tines, which I did not know.
Interesting. Tines.
Yeah. Teens, I believe.
Teens.
Tennis. Yeah. Teens. Interesting.
Tie-ins.
And you can get edible cutlery. It's made from starch.
Oh.
For people who are like living in extreme poverty, it comes in really handy because they're cheap, like ridiculously cheap, and then you can like
your meal,
I've seen.
Yeah, and then you can boil them down and.
That is interesting.
It's better for the environment.
I'm going
It's
to
like
Google what that looks like.
breadstick.
Right now.
As we have just moved past Earth Day and 420.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
The greenest
They
days
look
of the
just
year.
like wooden or plastic cups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
they
seen
do,
them being used recently. Yeah, and stuff.
Interesting.
It would be a bit weird,
that
like
was a thing.
like if they got brought over here. If you saw someone like eating their fish and chips, and then they just continued like eating the fork,
eat the
and
rest
then,
of
Yeah,
it,
that would be.
and then either the newspaper or the polystyrene box that it comes in.
That's
Huh.
something
We'll,
that
we'll leave
Heston
them for the
Blumenthal-
seagulls to eat.
Yeah. For some reason, I imagine that they would just taste like wafers.
What polystyrene?
No, the edible. I think they do. Yeah,
Do they?
I've seen it. I've seen
Maybe
it on
you could get like
something.
flavored ones. That'd be cool.
That'd be nice. Well, I
Yeah.
guess the flavor
Flavoured
would come from
cutlery.
what you're eating, but I just imagine they taste like wafers, which I think puts me off. But
Do
anyway,
not
to
like
each your own.
wafers.
Sesame's from starch, so they might be a bit salty.
Yeah. Wow.
Very nice.
Lovely.
You learn something every day on this podcast.
You
don't you?
do.
Every
You do.
episode, we're
We do.
teaching you things, so fucking appreciate it. Is that
All
it?
right.
Here we go.
Nice one. Well, that's it from your favourite wrestling podcast.
With a lad from Hull.
But for this week, we are all tapped out.
Stabby, stabby, ouch, stabby, stabby.